Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Stanford and New Mexico is the 7-10 matchup in the South, and the line's currently New Mexico -4, and that's a line that's been bouncing around a bit more than some of the other lines. It moved up steadily since it opened at 3.5, and then it hit 4.5, and then very recently it came back down to 4. And it's not surprising that the line went in New Mexico's favor initially, in light of the ATS records of both these teams leading up to the tournament. New Mexico was absolutely on fire for more than half of their season, and anyone who rode that train did get a great return on it. New Mexico was 14-3 against the spread over their last 17 games after a 3-9 ATS start to the season. And they were very clearly undervalued for quite a while, and that was not letting up by the end of the year either. In the Mountain West Conference tournament preview that I did with Troy West from allplayswin.com, we both said that we liked New Mexico to win the tournament, which they did, and they covered 2 out of those 3 games as well. Now, though, they're in the NCAA tournament, and they're giving a decent amount of points to another quality team in Stanford. And Stanford actually had an identical ATS record to New Mexico overall on the year. Stanford was 17-12-2 against the spread, but Stanford was also just 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 games. But Stanford's sluggish play at the end of the year, I think, might be a little bit forgivable, and they were pretty decent in the Pac-12 tournament until they ran into the juggernaut of UCLA, who of course wound up winning the whole thing. But before their bad run at the end of the year, Stanford was actually 16-7-1 against the spread. Of course, that's a great record, and we might see a bit of a return to them playing above their level of their spreads in the tournament. So this is another very, very tough game, opening round game, where I wouldn't feel very comfortable betting against either team on the spread. But if I had to make a pick here, I would go with Stanford getting 4 points. New Mexico is awesome, and they could dominate and get a comfortable win, either jumping ahead from the start or pulling away late. But Stanford has a veteran team, and they have a decent amount of time to prep, and they arguably had a significantly tougher conference schedule than New Mexico. And I think Stanford should be ready to at least take this one down to the wire, where getting 4 points is going to be a nice cushion. So my pick on this one is going to be Stanford +4.